Hello everyone, Kanasa here, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. So this should be episode number 5. However, when I recorded episode number 5, it was really stuttery. And when I checked it in editing, it really wasn't that watchable. So we are going to unfortunately have to skip an episode. However, if you do really want to watch that episode, I will put it as an unlisted video on my channel, and I will provide a link to that in the description of this video. With that forward, let's get on to this actual episode. Hello everyone, Karnasa here, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. And I am at the oil refinery settings, the system that I set up in the last episode. I do want to apologize for the last episode as well, because it was a bit stuttery. Reason being, I had just finished my Space Engineers stream and I had forgotten to change the settings over, so I sincerely apologize about that. That was really silly of me, and hopefully this episode should be a little bit better. The thing is, when I'm playing the game, it runs fine at 60 frames per second. Everything looks wonderful. It's just OBS likes to mess around constantly, which is really rather annoying. So what I want to do in this episode is I want to get red science all set up and started. And in order to do that, we are going to need some of this energetic graphite. So what we need is I think, 12 of these veins covered. So if we can get 7 and 5 or 2 6s, so if we get a 6 there, that will be fine for that one. And then if we get another 6 here, that's another 6. That will also be good. And we have potential to expand this operation in the future as well, which will be nice. And now what we're going to do is we are going to start smelting this into energized graphite. And I think what we're going to do is probably place our smelters. I think maybe we'll bring this out in this direction and we will place our smelters somewhere around here. Because I want the research towers for red science to go in this section. I feel like that will be a nice place for this to go. You may notice that our oil refineries have stopped working. Reason being, we are backed up on hydrogen. We have run out of space, so everything is slowing down, which is also a bit unfortunate because that means that these aren't going to be gaining any power. I think maybe a way to solve that is we should have a bit of fuel in here. We have 526 already, so what I can do is I can create another circuit loop for this, and I think if I bring this out in this direction and bring it along the crude that we have over here and bring this all the way down over here and then just set it back into this belt system like this. And then that way we will have a constant circulation of refined oil. Hopefully, anyway. That's what I would like to think will happen. But I think I'm going to leave that be for now, because I think it's much more important that I get this hydrogen moving. And in order to do that, what we are going to do is we are going to start working on our red science production. So, we need some smelters. We need 6 smelters. And these are going to come here like this. So if we go 1, 2, and I think we can probably get away. No, we are going to need a gap in the middle of this one. And we're going to go 1, 2, and maybe 3. Oh no, we can't quite do that because that Tesla tower is in the way. How inconsiderate of it. We're going to do something like this, and then we should be fine. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to need to reconnect these Tesla towers. I think if I place one there like that and one there like that, that should have us completely covered. And we are going to change this so that we start producing energetic graphite, and we're going to copy and paste all of these settings over. And that's going to be great. And now, we are going to need a belt that is going to take the output of this. And I think we'll have that coming over in some kind of direction like this. Maybe we will change that. And I think I'll create a bridge for the hydrogen and the graphite to get over this refined, or this crude oil. I think that will do us rather nicely. So, now that that's all been done, we should hopefully be producing coal momentarily, although we are not because it doesn't look like we have power. I should probably turn on all of these warning displays That might be nice. I turned them all off so I could get a thumbnail for the last video. That would be good. So we do need to connect these coal up with power. So if we just place a Tesla tower there and we place another one there, that should connect those up just fine. And we should start seeing coal coming out of those. There we go. We are going to connect these smelters up to our system, and they should start producing energetic graphite, which will be very, very, very nice. And exactly what we are going to need for our red science. There we go. That should all be done now. And there we go. We are producing more energetic graphite, which is fantastic. Now, we're not going to use this for any power because this is going to be needed for the entire system that we have going on. I do have fuel remaining. That's lovely. So we are going to place down these, and I'm not entirely sure where I want these to go yet. And I think if I check my calculator again, we are going to need 9. So my limitation at the moment is I can build 3 stacked. So if we go for one there like that, one there. No, we can place these like directly. No. We can place these directly next to each other because the output is going to be slow, so it doesn't matter. We'll place the output on a slightly outside belt, and what we can do is we'll have, say, hydrogen running up in this direction. We will have our energetic graphite running up in this direction. It might be smarter to have them the other way round. And then we are going to have our red science coming out in this direction. Maybe we can create a bridge or something, or maybe we can take the long scenic route all the way over there to our actual science production facility, our research facility. There we go. The labs are now going up, and now I think what I need to do is figure out a way of getting this hydrogen over here. And this coal. That would be, or not coal, this energetic graphite. And I think what I'm going to do is probably something like this. And we will do something like this even. And there we go. If we just line that up there like that, and then we can turn that there, and we can turn that there. And we can just create this going up. Nope, that didn't want to place down. There we go. That is a little bit too close, unfortunately. Well, we can solve that issue very, very, very quickly. And we'll do that there like that. And we're going to do exactly the same thing on this side. And then we should, hopefully, with a little bit of luck, be able to connect that up like that. Perfect. And connect that up like that. Even better. Wonderful. And then we can just bring these down something like this there and something like this there. And then connect those up there. And then connect that up there like that. There we go. And we've got our hydrogen moving over, and we should have our energetic graphite moving over as well, which is exactly what we are going to need in order to produce what we want. And I think I can just remove some of this because we don't need that to be quite that far. And we will place these here in like this, and we will place these here in like this, and then we will have red science coming out there. I think that should be good. That should be exactly what we need, and we'll do that for every single one of these. And I kind of want this to all match up, so we are going to remove that one. We're going to place that there. That is the wrong way. We're going to place that there. I'm doing this in all kinds of weird ways, and we'll place that going in like that. And then this just needs to be like this, and there we go. Now, as soon as we have powered this up and changed it to produce red science, we should start making our red science, which will be very, very nice. You can see we are starting to load in the hydrogen already. Why are we not loading? It's because we haven't powered this up yet. This does have power because it's being reached by this Tesla tower from over here. Now, how do you solve a problem like bringing red science all the way over to our science production facility? That is one of life's greatest mysteries, and we are hopefully going to answer that in this episode. I think I am going to want the red science maybe coming up along this side, and we'll do pretty much exactly the same as what we did with the blue science, just we're going to mirror it on the other side. Because I do want to have a system where we loop this so we can have more storage for our red science. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. So that's going to, I think we'll store that there like that, and then we will plop it down into a storage tank at the end. We maybe have that. How far away is that? Oh, how far away is that? How far out did I come with these belts? I want this to be exactly symmetrical. So that's an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the middle. So that's a 7 long line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. However, we are going to want, I think, oh, I don't know. How do I work this out? How do I work out where this should go? So we need that to be the one that comes out. So if we get rid of that and we do something like this, this will be quicker as well for throughputting the red science. And then we do something like this, and then we bring it back to the start. There we go. We've got a little bit of a ring system going on now. And then we can do that, and we can do that, and we can probably... How much blue science do we have stored now? We've got a lot. Is that almost 2 full boxes? Oh my days, that is almost 2 full boxes. We've got a lot of science. We have so much blue science. That's probably enough to finish the whole tech tree. Maybe, I don't know. 8 science per second was a bit silly. We're only producing 1.5 red science per second because that's just kind of how much I decided to go for. It seemed like a much better number. And at the same time, we don't really have the means to produce 8 red science per second because that would require something like 115 megawatts of power. It is much more power hungry than blue science due to us using these oil facilities. Oil facilities are very, very power intensive. So it does require a lot more power in order to run them. So we have got our red science coming out here. We need to get it over to that section over there. And I think maybe what I will do is I will run this line up in this direction, maybe. Oh, decisions. I think what we'll do is we'll make it over to this section, and then we will just run this power line up here like this, plop that down on there, and then we will bring this all the way up over here. And it is, unfortunately, a little bit further than our blue science is. And we won't be producing as much, but we can expand this facility later on. And I feel like we are definitely going to be expanding this facility later on. So we need to wait for our worker bots to finish building up this belt, which is a bit of a shame. It's going to take a while for this to be done. And yes... What do we talk about whilst the worker bots are finishing their assigned tasks? Well, the base is looking rather spread out. The base that I built in the last save that I did, it was kind of all confined to a really tiny area. This time, however, I feel like I'm utilizing the planet a lot better. I'm spreading out. I'm spreading my wings and covering as much ground as I possibly can. So we kind of expand from all the way, all this section here, basically this face of this planet that we are looking at the moment, we are utilizing, which is kind of nice. Very nice indeed. So we are going to start powering up these research facilities, and I think if we just place a Tesla tower there on this side, or maybe we could even get away with having it on this side. Maybe, yeah, we'll go for this side. It will just about cover those. That's a bit of a shame. It means we are going to have them at every point where there is an inserter, especially if we want to expand this in the future, which I really think we probably will be doing. We'll go for something like that. I'm not sure if that's a little bit too close. Let's see if we can change this so that it all nicely fits, and that should cover that. Yes. Awesome. So they're only going to be 1 grid apart, which is kind of a waste of Tesla towers, but I've mentioned it before. We are automating these now, so they are going to be produced very, very, very quickly. We aren't grabbing energetic graphite for this because I made a mistake with the sorter. So let's grab a sorter and start pulling that in there. And then hopefully we should start seeing this produce red science as well. 1.5 red science per second. which is going to be very, very, very nice indeed. And because we are pulling the hydrogen through, you can see that our oil refineries have started turning on again. Obviously, they are going to need to because we are going to be using this hydrogen, so they need to work. But that's great. Look, we've got red science coming through rather quickly, and we are hopefully going to be able to connect these up to these science laboratories. I think if I go exactly the same like this, and we'll place these in this side like this, and I feel because we're only producing 1.5, that's probably not going to be enough to fully satisfy all 4 of these, which is a bit of a shame. However, we can expand on this, and we might expand on this, because red science, we do need a lot of red science for a lot of reasons. There are some technologies that require quite a considerable amount of red science. There we go. Like, well, no, that's a bad example. I think there's one that does at least 1,500, if I can find it. I don't know where. I've lost it. Well, that's 1,000 just to produce thrusters, and thrusters are very important components for planetary logistics. We are definitely going to want to go for something like that. Interplanetary logistics, we are going to need to get yellow science before we do that. See, that requires 1,200. So we are going to need a lot down the line. Yeah, extra 1,200 there, and then it starts getting really, really big numbers once you start getting really far down the tech tree. But there we go. We are starting to pull in red science to our research facility, which is very nice, and we should hopefully see that loop like the blue science. I just want to go over here and quickly check and make sure that everything is fine. And then what we're going to do is we are going to start working on actually researching some red science things. And there is one thing that I really, really would quite like to get, which is the means of interplanetary flight. I feel like that is going to be a very, very, very exciting upgrade. I've come over here as well because I just want to grab a few more of these thermal power stations and plop those over by this facility here, and then that way we will produce even more power. We're producing 75.9 megawatts of power at the moment, which is quite a lot, but it would be nice to be able to produce more. And what we are going to do, that's when we're not, oh, it's because we haven't finished this. I was going to say, why aren't we producing fuel? Why aren't we getting fuel for these stations? But we're just sending it all off in this direction. No, it would be nice to produce more because then I can expand our red science operation. And I think maybe we'll look at maybe adding a couple more oil fields in this episode. We'll see how we get on with time and with what we research and what that leads to us making in our factory and what we want to do. There could be things that we need to spend all episode on making. I don't know. I'm starting to get to a point in the game where I'm kind of running about to where I got to in my little test game. So this is going to be very, very interesting. So hopefully if we just fill this up, we should be able to start pulling this through. And the great thing about this system is we can expand these oil refineries. So if we do find more oil seeps around the place, if I check the map, there might be some relatively close by. I don't think there are, though. There's one up there. There's a couple up there. There's 3 up there. That's quite far to bring the oil. But I think those might be... there's another one there. There's some more over here. So we do have oil options around. I don't think we have any near our main base, though. Oh, we've got one over by Blue Science, which we might use. And we've got one up there. That oil seep there will probably be used for actual production rather than red science, I imagine. There's not an awful lot of oil seeps around, so I think I got quite lucky with these, how they are placed. Anyway, there we go. We can see we are inputting our refined oil, and then we are taking it straight back out again to be used for our power stations, and we are using them quite nicely. We're now producing 88.8 megawatts of power, and I do believe I still have a few more thermal power stations, so we might as well just extend this as far as we can go. I think that will be just fine there, and we will do that, and we will do that, and then we should really not have any power issues whatsoever. At least I am hoping. I'm also hoping that we are producing enough of this refined fuel to keep all of these running. We very well may not be. That is something that I should have considered, but, well, I'm sure it's okay. Are we not getting any? We're not getting enough we're not getting enough crude oil to power these last 2 oil refineries, so we are going to have to find a way of producing more oil. That's a bit of a shame. Although we do seem to be pretty backlogged with this, which is probably not ideal. It may be something to do with this sorter. That sorter, having that sorter there is not great. And I mean, we possibly could turn that sorter into... We could raise this up, and yeah, I think I am going to do that. We're going to raise this up, and we're going to connect it somewhere, and I think that somewhere, no, we only want to go up 1, will probably be coming around here, I imagine. So if we do that, and we connect, oh no, we can't do it, it can't be horizontal, that's the world's worst message. We are going to maybe do this. Get rid of that, because I don't think that will be able to connect. We're going to go and we're going to grab that like that. Though, how far is that? We might even be able to get away with just doing that. Yes, we can. We can do that. Fine. Nice. And we're going to just do a little bit of a slight detour. Take this down. Somewhere. So that's 1, 2. So we need this to be here. And if we go like this, I wonder if we are able to bring this in this direction. Will that work? It does. Amazing. So we can circumnavigate the Tesla tower that we've got going on here. And then we can bring this oil up, which is great. And then that will all be moving in nicely. And that should hopefully... potentially reach the last of these oil refineries. Some of them really aren't getting a lot of oil at the moment. What is going on here? Oh, we are completely full of this. That's not good. We are producing way too much refined oil. We need to do something about this, because that is really not good. It's coming out as faster than it's going in. Oh dear. And that's going to stop these all producing anything, because the hydrogen is going to... It's going to want to produce hydrogen, but it can't. Oh dear. We need a fix for this. We need a fix for this quite quickly so that our hydrogen keeps producing. I mean, we could... I think what we're going to do is we are going to research faster belts. Now that we've got red science, we can do this. And we can unlock the conveyor belt Mark II and the fastest sorter and better storage. Although I don't really like the better storage, so I'm not sure if we are going to be using that. But there we go. Our red science is being used. We are researching something that requires red science. Fantastic. All the way in episode 6. I'm sure there are some people that have done this by the first episode. Not me. Definitely not me. So what we're going to do is I think I'm going to create another storage system just so that we can have this completely separate from this grid. And that is, yeah, what we'll do is we'll do this. And we'll get that going in there like this. And then that should store all of that. And what I'll do, I think if we get that does 1 trip a second. So we should hopefully be able, we need a Tesla tower over here though. We place that there. That should hopefully mean that this is slow enough coming back out of this storage tank that it doesn't clog up the line. It might do. And I really don't know how efficiently to do this, but it should be a little bit better. And you can see we are starting to shift some of this refined fuel now, which is a lot better, which means these are turning on yet again, and we should keep up with our hydrogen production. Unfortunately, it does look like we are lacking in hydrogen here, so only 3 of our red science towers are currently working, which means we are only getting 0.5 science a second, which is less than ideal. Less than ideal, considering we're getting 8 blue science a second. Right, we have researched high-efficiency logistic systems, which means we can use conveyor belt Mark IIs, and I definitely am going to want to upgrade to those as soon as I possibly can. I need to see how we are going to make those, though, and I have a feeling we are going to need a component that we have yet to research, which I think comes down here. We have a look. Yes, we are. We need one of those. I think they're called electromagnetic turbines. How do we research those? Because I do need those rather desperately. Here we go. What are they called? Electromagnetic turbines. I was correct. So for those, we need 2 engines and 2 copper coils, 2 magnetic coils. So we are going to start researching that. So we can start making faster belts. And in order to make faster belts, well, we are going to need a faster belt factory. So we're going to place that there. We are going to set this to build conveyor belt Mark IIs. Fabulous. And we are also going to need to figure out a way of producing those electromagnetic turbines. So our engines are currently being produced over here. However, I feel like I am going to want to make more engines. I feel like engines are going to be a real limiting factor in this production. So we are going to create more. And for that, we need iron, gears, and these magnetic coils, which, if we have a look over here, we are producing magnetic coils here. We're producing gears over here. And what else was it? It was iron. Iron, gears, and magnetic coils. Yes. So what we can do is we can potentially take some of these gears across and maybe make another engine factory up here. This is starting to get a bit out of hand, figuring out where I want everything to go. But I think that is what I am going to do. And I remember this is getting closer to the pole, so it is getting rather difficult to start placing things up here, wasn't it? I think we might even struggle to fit belts down here. Yes, oh dear, that's not good. That's really not good. This is the extent that we can run a belt down here. Okay, less than ideal. Really less than ideal, but oh, we're going to have to work with it. We're going to have to work with it. So we want a 2 wide gap. Okay, cool. We can now make those turbines. And in here, let's actually have a look. What are the components? What do we need? So we are going to need 2 engines and 2 magnetic coils. I think it might be better just to have a system that works on these electromagnetic turbines somewhere completely different. Then what we can do is we can maybe bring them in down a line down here and just feed them to the conveyor belt, feed them to the production facility of these Mark II belts down here. That might be a smarter way of going about doing this. So in order to make engines, we need magnetic coils. I think we need iron and we need gears. And we could potentially steal some gears from over here. So I think I'm going to start working on this side. It's getting a bit close to our smelters over here, but it's not to worry. We should be perfectly fine. So we are going to set up a system of making magnetic coils. And I think what I want is definitely at least 2 of these. Reason being is these magnetic coils are needed in both the engines and the electromagnetic turbines, so I feel like we are going to need quite a lot of those. Unless I use some of the magnetic coils that we are producing over here. We're only producing 1. No, I think I want an entire separate place for this. And maybe we will place them exactly opposite these magnetic coils. That might be nice if we were able to do something like that. So we place that there. And we're going to place that there, like so. We are going to set these up for magnetic coils. We'll set these up for magnetic coils. So we have magnetic coils for days in this location, which is going to be really, really rather nice. I don't think these are going to be able to reach, though. Oh, we've got fast sorters as well, which we are definitely going to want to look at doing. Ah, yes. We are slightly too far. So how am I going to go about doing this? We could bring a line. We could bring a line of copper. Yeah, I think this is what we are going to do. We'll bring a line of copper down in this direction. This is where the game starts getting messy. Once you start unlocking a few more things, yeah, then the game starts getting really messy. Lots of spaghetti. I mean, this is relatively organized, but it's probably by far not very efficient. And I think what we're going to do, we are going to start looking into some upgrades because it might be nice having some upgrades. We do need engines for the mechanical frame. I'm going to grab some of those. Did we start storing engines? Oh, that's what that storage box was for. Ah, yes, of course. Right, so, oh, that's a shame. We could have been storing those, but I forgot. Oh, dear. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Well, we will have a section for engines just there, and what we can do whilst we're waiting... Oh, I don't know what I did then. We can have a look at some of the other science that we are going to be getting. So we need steel for that, and we need circuits. Okay. And we can get both of those, which is kind of nice. We can upgrade our mecha core. We're definitely going to be doing that, because now we get an additional 240 megajoules of energy, which is a lot nicer than the 40 that we originally got. We can't research that yet. Is there any other upgrades that we can look into getting? An additional construction drone. We are definitely going to want to go for that. That will be fabulous. And an additional task. Yes, as soon as we unlock this, this makes our construction drones amazing. They make them so much better than what we have at the moment, so I feel like that is a very important upgrade that we are going to want. We can get this, which increases how quickly we recharge. And I think we will do that as well. We'll enqueue that. We're going to have to do that in our hand, which is a bit unfortunate. I think we'll enqueue all of these. So we need steel and circuits. So we'll grab some of those. We need engines. There we go. Mecha core level 2. We have got that already, which is fabulous. I think another thing that I do need to do, and I'm getting sidetracked all the time whilst doing this, is I do need to place another production facility here, which is going to produce our second level of power tower, which are these wireless power towers. Because what you can do is you can stand next to these and it will recharge your mecha from your grid, and it is quite fast considering, well, quite fast compared to what we can do at the moment. It's a lot better, and I do need to probably think about getting some of those at some point relatively soon. I noticed that I'm all out of energetic graphite, so we are going to grab some of those. And, oh no, I had some in my inventory. I was just being a bit dense. Right, let's get rid of that, because I do need that for the research later on. There we go. Communication control level 2. An additional construction drone. Fabulous. And it still looks like our red science is holding up rather nicely. That's because we do have a bit of a loop of it going on. That's cool. That's nice that we do have a loop. That means we are pretty efficient with our science at the moment, even though, oh no, we have all 3 of them turned back on. Amazing. We must have solved the issue of the refined fuel very, very nicely. I'm not going to go all the way over there yet, because there are other things that I do want to do whilst we are still over here, such as starting work on some more magnetic coils. That will be very, very important to do. So we are going to grab those, and we are going to grab those there, and we will grab copper from this side, copper from this side. This is probably a bit overkill getting another one of these magnetic coil production facilities, but you know, I kind of want it. I feel like it's going to be necessary in order to fully kind of satisfy what we've got going on here. So we've got our magnetic coils, which is great. They are going to be going towards producing our electromagnetic turbines. And in order to do that, we are going to need to make some engines. And I feel like it'll take 2 seconds to make one of those, 2 seconds to make one of those. So we need 2 of these electric motor production facilities. So we'll grab 2 of those. And these need gears, they need iron, and they need, I think, these magnetic coils, if I can remember correctly. If we hover over that, gears, iron, and magnetic coils. Yes, that is exactly what they need. So we are going to probably place, let's have a think about this. We place 1 here, like this, and then we place an additional one, maybe 2 over yet again, if we get rid of this wind turbine. Place an additional one, just 2 over. And then finally, what we're going to have over here is our production facility. Although that kind of does block us. Ooh, no. What we'll do, we'll have our production facility for our electromagnetic turbines over here. And then we can run a line that goes down like this, and then we can bring our electromagnetic turbines over here and we can plug them in there, and that's all fine and dandy. That's going to be great. So these are both going to be producing engines. So we need an engine in there, and we need an engine in there. And this will be producing electromagnetic turbines. There we go. What do we need for sorter Mark 3s? We need... I can find out the recipe. Lovely. Do we need these electromagnetic turbines as well? We do. We do need electromagnetic turbines. I feel like having just one factory for these will be more than enough. And I think what I'll do is I will bring that there, and we'll bring a raised bridge taking these electromagnetic turbines all the way over here. And then I will turn this into a sorter factory Mark III, because that is originally what it was going to be intended for. I did that in the last episode. I messed up by placing that oil refinery there. I'm sure we can figure out another way of placing those oil refineries somewhere else. I do want those for sorters. Okay, so we need to connect all of this up. This is going to need electromagnetic coils, so we are going to have to figure a way of bringing those out and around. I feel like maybe the best way of doing that will be potentially if we... Oh, I don't know. I don't really want a really long sorter coming this way, but I feel like that is what we are going to have to live with, and we'll do something. So there we go. We can get electromagnetic coils into both of these, because we need those. We'll get those into there, and then we will finally get electromagnetic coils, or just magnetic coils even, into there. We're making electromagnetic turbines. That's what we are producing at the moment. Then we can get a road, a belt, not a road, coming out from... No, this isn't the best. This really doesn't work out too well. Hang on. So we get rid of that. Get rid of that. So I want these engines coming out maybe like so. Like that. That will be fine for that. We need magnetic coils coming into here, and we need magnetic coils coming into here, and we need magnetic coils coming into here. There's a lot of places where we need these magnetic coils, and that's going to be our output. I'll put the output in already, because that's fine. That's fine. We know that that's going to be good. So, and I think, yeah, we want the output of these to come here. And then at the end, we will grab those, and that will be fine for that. What's the trip speed on that? That should be 3 a second, 3 trips per second. So this will be constantly producing. That's marvelous. That's exactly what we want. Okay, so magnetic coils. How do I solve this issue? Because I want this to be relatively quick. I think maybe what I will do, rather than doing something like that, and this is going to start looking really bizarre, we are going to grab this and we're going to do that. Something like that. So what's going to happen is this is going to grab the magnetic coils that are produced from here. This will unfortunately grab the magnetic coils that are produced from both of these, which is a bit of a shame, but we will be bringing them out faster from this direction. And yeah, we'll get that in there like that. And that's fine for now. We do need iron to come up here as well, and we do need gears. Gears are going to be a problem. Gears are definitely going to be a problem. Unless I make another gear factory, I think that probably will be what I have to do. So we're going to bring some more iron off up in this general direction. Like this. There we go. This is looking like a complete and utter mess at the moment. This is really, really messy. Really not ideal. This is where the spaghetti starts. Oh, it's full of spaghetti. There is so much spaghetti going on right now, and I don't know what to do about it. I think we might need to have the gears coming over a little bit quicker. How many of these do we need to make one of these? And we only need one. The iron is very important. So I think the iron, what we'll do is we will grab the iron from the main kind of belt system that we've got going on here, for this one at least. And then we will grab some more iron from over here, and we will feed that into this one, coming into there. And I think are these all set up? We are missing copper at the moment. Ah, yes, that's because the copper line is this line and we haven't connected that up. Fine, we can do that. We can sort that out relatively quickly. Ah, no, we have sorted that out. It's just missing a Tesla tower. There we go. We'll place the Tesla tower down and we're going to get back to figuring out how we're going to make these electromagnetic turbines. Oh, that's a lot easier said than done. A lot easier said than done. Okay. So we've got iron coming in for these engines. Or we will do, once we've placed more of these Tesla towers. There we go. I think if we can fit one in nice and snug there, that should get most of those. And we will fit one in nice and snug over there as well. Oh, the spaghetti is real. Oh, it's really real. It's going all over the place. This is less than ideal. Why are we not grabbing in any magnetic coils? Oh, it's because we have already satisfied our magnetic coils. Okay, so we do need magnetic coils for this recipe. So we're going to grab those and we're going to place those in there. Now we just need to work on the engines. And in order to do that, what do we need? Gears. Ah, yes. I know why I went over there. It's because I tried to stall for time thinking about how I'm going to do these gears. That is really a tricky question. I mean, is there a way that I could get gears in here? I get gears in this way, but no. I mean, I could have an extended line coming around like this for gears, but I don't really want to do that. I think that'll look a bit ugly. I mean, you don't really have to. Ugliness isn't really a thing in this game. It's more about efficiency, but I want it to look pretty as well. I want it to look good, and that is proving tricky. So we are producing gears here. And I mean, we could bring the... No, I don't want to do that. So, yeah, because this is going to be our output line. And we're going to do this. We'll do this now. Just so I know that this is all done. There we go. We grab those. And then we bring this back down. Something like that. Now what we can do is we can sort this out. We can place one of those in there. And we can place one of those in there, and that will start working. Well, it won't start working until we produce these electromagnetic turbines. But we are working on that. We are doing that. We are good. We are trying to work on that anyway. So, gears. How do I do gears? Do I produce new gears? Do I make more gears for this? I don't know how quickly we make one gear in 1 second, I believe. So, in order to be fully efficient for this, we are going to need... That takes 2 seconds to make one. Okay, so we only need one gear factory providing for both of these. So we could make an additional gear factory coming out over here, really starting to expand this section. But I don't see how that's going to solve anything. Problem is, it would be really nice if I had a 2-width lane down here. However, when I designed this, I didn't do that because I was a melon, so that's not going to help us out in the slightest. We've got a 2-way section going down here, and maybe what I could do, because we do seem to be producing more than enough electromagnets, is we could set this up like this. So we have a quick... Oh, no, that's the wrong sorter. We have a quick sorter going out over here. And then what we're going to do is we are going to bring our gears down here like this. This is getting messy. Look at all of that. That's just a complete shambles. And I do really apologize about that. Oh, why are we colliding with an object? What are we colliding with? We shouldn't be colliding with anything. There is a sweet spot there by the look of things. No, we are colliding with this apparently. Maybe if I change where this is, we might be able to get away with that. That'd be really nice if we could. There we go. We'll do that. Then there we go. Much better. Now we're getting all of that in, and we are getting gears. And I think in order to satisfy our gears, we only need one factory. So we are going to place gears coming in maybe here. That is a 2-width section yet again. I seem to be building gears absolutely everywhere, but I did I did say when I started building all of this, I did want this to be kind of like a self-sufficient setup just to produce one electromagnetic turbine. And this kind of all is now. Now that we've got everything in here, that should be rather nice. So what we're going to do is we are going to take the output from the gears. We're going to place that there like that. That should be good. We will get our fast sorter, which we will place out like that. And that should now lead all the way over here. And we will put those in there. No, no, no. What we will do is we will put these in there and then that in there, because this will take first, so it will be a bit quicker. And it's better to have the faster one on the outer edge, so this should hopefully share relatively evenly. We might need a faster belt for that to work efficiently, but it should work a bit better if we do it like that. So we've got gears. We will have gears as soon as I have added iron to the gear making facility. That would be smart. We are going to take that iron from this belt here that we've got going on, and we should start producing 1 gear a second. There we go, which will be more than enough to satisfy both of these places. Although, like I said, we do need faster belts because currently this is just gobbling all of these gears up, which is a bit of a shame. I wish there was a way to kind of maybe do this more efficiently. There probably is. I just probably don't know about it yet, or I'm not doing it. But now that we've got that, we are making belts Mark II. There we go, we've got 3 already. So that is that all sorted, which is absolutely wonderful. So what we can do is we can make some storage, and we are going to connect that up like this. And we will set that to be 4, because I feel like 4 is going to be more than adequate. And unfortunately, our very fast sorters, well, we're not going to be we're not going to be able to get those for quite a while, because we need to. Oh no. Oh, no, 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 no. Why are we colliding? That shouldn't collide. Oh, there we go. How interesting. That was unexpected. And now what we're going to do is we are going to run this all the way over here. We are going to have to remove this Tesla tower, because that is currently in the way. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this assembly machine, which is making oil extractors, we are going to turn this into fast sorters. So that's exactly what we are going to need. And I think I'll take all of these out, and I'll place those in my dump box, which is this box over here. And we do have those 50 engines. Oh, I forgot about the research. We need wood. We need wood. Where is wood? I need 60 wood in order to do this research, and I'm going to need engines for the next lot of research that I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to dump a load of stuff in here. Well, we can dump stuff like this, because I really don't need something like, I don't know, how many oil extractors do I have in my inventory at the moment? Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, that's 40. Is that it? Are you done? Do we have any more? Oil extractors for days. Yeah, no, I don't think we have any more, so that's fine. And we're just going to place a lot of this stuff down as well. So I don't think we need this, and I probably want to clear out my inventory a little bit. There we go. That should be okay. We've got our graphite for our energy production, or our energy consumption for our actual mecha, which is going to be great. Can I click over this? We've already got 140 Mark II belts, which is fantastic. Looking very, very, very promising. And yeah, what was I doing? Fast sorters, fast sorters. There was something else that was on my mind. Oh, what was it? I got distracted by looking at the faster belts that we are producing. What do these need? These just need, yes, these electromagnetic turbines. So we can go about trying to set this up straight away. So that's a wind turbine. It's not what we want at all. And we are going to place that there because these are 2 wide gaps. So that should be able to fit nicely over there. At least I hope it will. And we are going to get this. I think maybe we will delete that one. And we will place this down like this. And there we go. Now, what we are going to be able to do is we are going to be able to make the fastest sorters known to man. Once we start getting those electromagnetic turbines up this way, which we aren't going to for a while due to the fact that they are all being eaten by our belt factory, which is a bit of a shame. Oh well. Oh well, that doesn't matter. This will eventually produce those, because once that box fills up, then the electromagnetic turbines will make their way up out through here. However, it might be a smarter idea to set up maybe another electromagnetic turbine setting or a factory for this certain area up over here. Because I do know that we are going to need those turbines for a lot of recipes in the future. They are very useful, and I'm going to have a look and see. So we've got coils over here, and we do have engines, but we do need 2 lots of engines just to produce one of these magnetic turbines, which is a bit annoying. So 1, and we should get 1 extra. Yeah, we are constantly producing with this factory, which is great. That's amazing. So we need 2 engines. Can we place 2 engines? Can we place 2 engines here? So we've got the coils. And how are the coils doing? Have we got a backlog of coils? Oh, very, very barely. I think we probably will be using all of those coils with 2 coils as well. This is where I need the calculator. I haven't used the calculator for this, and I probably should have checked. However, I decided not to. And actually, no, I am going to quickly check. So if we select our item to being these electromagnetic turbines, we need, and all I want is 1 item a second. So oh wow, that's a lot. That's a huge amount. Why is that so much? That's not ideal. So we need as many magnetic coils as we do gears. So we only need 1 factory for magnetic coils, apparently, according to this. I'm producing 1. No, I'm producing. No, I want 0.5. That's what I want. That's why this looks all kind of wrong. Why is that produced? Is it? How many? I don't understand. This seems to be all messed up. Let me check the settings. What do we? How long does it take to make one of these? It takes 2 seconds. So we should be producing 0.5 a second. Interesting. Why is this not adding up in my head? I really don't know. Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. That's a real shame. I don't know why that's going on. But I think what I'm going to do now is, if I can, I just want to grab one of these. Did I grab? Did I grab? No, apparently not. Oh, come on. Let me grab. If I hold, I might be able to grab easier. So there we go. Did I grab one of these? I grabbed 3. Fantastic. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to plop in a few just to get these fast sorters all started up. Because I want that. I want fast sorters. That'd be really nice. And let's just sort this out over. We'll place that in there like that. We don't need a filter. And then we'll place that in there like that. And then momentarily, there we go. We've got the fastest sorters known to man. And we've got quite a few of them already, using only 3 of those electromagnetic turbines. And with that, I think I am going to probably end this episode here. I did forget to do the manual research. Oh no! Let's quickly cut down some trees so that I can get that started, and we can start doing that in the next episode. In the next episode, we will be continuing automating a few new products, and I think it will be time to start looking at maybe updating or upgrading our mecha's drive so we can actually fly to the other planets that are in this system. So if we have a look, we do have 2 additional planets, and it will be very cool to go and visit them. And I feel like maybe next episode is definitely the time where we want to start thinking about doing that. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode, why not give it a like? If you've really enjoyed it and would like to continue with the content on my channel, please do consider subscribing. I would like to give a massive thank you to Bible Guy and the rest of my patrons for their continued support. And I have been Karnasa, and I will see you later.